So I'm going to show you how to load variable rate prescriptions on an AGCO Falcon VT. The Falcon VT uses a 2 GB or less SD card. So what we're going to do first is open the door using the lever on the side of the monitor. We're going to insert our card and the label is going to face to the left, otherwise it won't go in. Push until you hear the click. You can shut the door. On the monitor, I'm going to key on the power to boot up the display. And it's going to take just a minute here to load up the display and task controller. So we're starting to get loaded up. What we're waiting for is the TC or the task controller to load. There we go, we get the computer and tractor icon. We're going to give that a click. It's going to read from the SD card, giving us the hourglass. We're going to select our task. We're going to use the left and right arrows to select the task. So I'm going to hit the right arrow. So it says application map. I'm going to hit the green check mark. And then we're going to populate our grower farm field and our allocated products. In this case, for this field, the product is just a blend. You can use these up and down arrows to find your field. You'll select whatever field you're pulling into, and as you go through the list, your product that is loaded onto the card will populate down here. You can select an operator using the same way. It doesn't make much of a difference if you don't use an operator. So we'll just use this field as the example field. There's multiple fields on here. We'll hit our green arrow. This is a single bin spreader, so we're going to check box that. If you have a multiple bin spreader, you'll have multiple check boxes and you'll assign your products to each bin. So we hit our green arrow to go next. We'll enter a product density. Using our density cup, we'll calculate the density of the blend. For this example, we'll just use 56. Hit our green check. Next. So we got bin 1. Again, if you have multiple bins, 1, 2, maybe 3, you got your product assigned to it. This case is just a fertilizer blend. What we're looking for is rate auto, meaning we're going to run our prescription. Then there's the stop light and the start light. It's pointing to green. Green means go. So we hit that. We'll give it just a second. And then you should see your application map pop up in the bottom. So the task has been started. Once we start driving through this field, your rate is going to start to change as you go from zone to zone. To end the task, the stoplight now is pointing towards red. Red means stop. So you can stop the task. It'll give you a brief summary of how many acres you spread, how many pounds you spread, had we actually spread something. To change fields, go back to the task controller. Actually, we'll go home. Next. We see tasks suspended. We'll go over to go back. Say we're changing fields, we'll use our arrows. Say we're going to east of Brian's house next. You hit your green arrow. And what this is doing is loading a new task. Remember to check box your spreader. Your product should show up. Next arrow, same thing again, density. Green arrow. Again, green light to start the task. Our bin 1 is set to our product, which is a fertilizer blend, auto, whatever density it is. We'll start the task. And our next map will pop up in the map screen here. And that's how you change fields. Red light ends the task, and the process continues.